Hello, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. For those who do not know me, I'm an artist and spiritualist, and I'm called to come to speak about the spiritual ascension path, to share what I know about the higher planes of reality. And today I'm going to speak about the soul, the spirit, and the source. For we are the soul, spirit, we are the soul, we are the source. Yet those aspects of ourselves live in completely separate, unique reality. And so it is it's understanding the soul. There is only one soul, which is eternal. It is immortal. And our soul. We need to communicate with our soul. Our soul is the divine aspect of ourselves, but the soul is one soul, and we are extension of that. And so when you connect to somebody through the soul, through the heart, then we feel a deep connection. It's all about feeling the depths of the feeling state of life. But the soul is very patient. The soul is the creator of all our reality down here. And the collective soul is very patient because too brutal of a revelation would really create too much shock. So the soul will bring the certain reality, but step by step. And the next step will be the fall of all the corrupted financial and economic and monetary systems, and all the dark elements to be removed and will be replaced by something that will allow prosperity for all beings on the planet. So that is really the next step that we're seeking to see. The card of the day is imagination. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Ooh, 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 ooh. So we want to imagine yourself being free, imagine yourself being rich, imagine yourself being enlightened, imagine the world being at peace, the world being clean, cleansed, the world being ascended. Whatever you can imagine, you can create. For those who know a bit about astrology, Pluto, the planet Pluto, is the slowest moving planet. The planet, the Lord of Transformation, has moved into Aquarius a couple of days ago. It will stay. It's just like say hello, hello. It's just like it's a foretest of what's going to be going on, because it's gonna. I think it's on June 11th. It's going to retreat into Capricornus for a few months. And then he's going to make his final entry on the 21st of January 2024. And at this one day, he will be in perfect conjunction with the sun. So that which really is going to create a lot of. So the beginning of next year will be really, really. That will be a major cosmic event for astrology. Is guiding the collective evolution. It's like all the planets are communicating energies within the now, and eventually we ascend, we transcend, we integrate, and we can observe that without being affected in any form. But all the planets are benevolent energy entities. The Aquarian is waves. They're like little waves, and so we understand you are a wave, and the wave just crashes on the shore. And then it retreats into the oneness of the ocean, and then it returns and it crashes again. So it's like it's a dance back and forth, and that we're doing. Understanding also that the creator, is aligned with our deepest desires. He wants to fulfill our deepest desires. Never believe that God is working against you. God is always in the highest, and the spirit and soul. But there is those many levels. When we sleep, we don't have the critical mind, and we want to let go of the critical mind, the self-judgment, the fear, because when the fear enters into the mind, it creates stress, and it's really what they're trying to do. But connect to your soul, even in awakened state. Here we have our life down here as human beings. We live our life, but our souls up there live their life as soul, and they're connected to higher beings, their spirit guides and angels. And they're working together with to create to make the product that they producers, to eventually align us with the higher plane, the I am presence, which the I am presence work. I'm sure they are like one, and the I am presence. We as we communicate with our soul is really can communicate with our I am presence, and the I am presence can communicate with the universal Father. So it's like it's all, but we all are one in truth and essence. So just eventually, when the desire is strong enough for fusion between there is enough knowledge, enough lessons have been learned. The soul, the human consciousness, the soul and the I am presence are fusing into one, and there will be an eternal connection, and then total freedom is like a passport to paradise. But because good and bad is actually just tools of creations, and it's like we have to be understood and allowed. And all ascended masters and galactics and archangel will always tell you the same thing. The truth has to be found within, and a lot of people are waiting for the outside. The outside, but the chaos will continue on the outside. Just find yourself, find your sanctuary inside. Do not allow yourself to be part of this chaos. Let it pass. It's like a storm. When the storm on the horizon, you cannot prevent the storm, but you can put yourself to find a safe a harbor in the tempest. And so we do want to move beyond the critical mind and self-judgment. It is very important to accept all our imperfection and love ourselves through for the function of the soul is to love, and it projects those experiences here down here. But we have to love our old self. And when the fear comes in, utilize in your mind, just invoke, call on the violet fire, call on your source, call on your spirit guides, call on your soul. And so it's like because what we seek to achieve is the fifth dimension is a totally liberated state, total serenity, total lucidity, total enlightenment, total freedom, total abundance, where all things and all beings are accessible as we think of them. So right now we're integrating the reality of the fourth dimension, all the dreams, all the desire, all the shadow aspects, and so as we all the karmas, we have to integrate all that. But once we achieve enough acceptation of love, then we're getting a lot closer. We can relax about it. And so it's like and your soul, our soul is connected to a group soul that are originally with us. They call the monad. Originally our group, my group soul, we came from Polaris, but then we merged into Lyra. That was the beginning of the universe. That was, and then we expanded into Pleiades and Sirius and Arcturus and Andromeda and all kinds of places. Eventually we were called to this solar system, and so that we've been around for a very long time. And so but we're all connected to the plane of the infinite, the plane of infinity, Allah, the one that is all, the great the truth, the great truth that and God has offered this possibility to become one eventually as an ultimate potential to become one with the one. That means to love all, to feel all, to know all, to experience all, to participate, to share all of life, rather than have a unique singular experience. You share, you have all the experience of all, but that has to come step by step. It's like the universe is so monumental, even on the planetary scale or system or local universe. It's like so monumental. So we're being trained step by step, and so it's like continue to cultivate this connection to the source, to your soul, to your spirit, and your source. Well, thank you very much. I wanted to come and say hello, for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And I'm gonna finish with a song. Song went through my mind. It's an old song that reminds me of. It's very festive for me. It's like a festive song. It's called Procol Harum. It's called With a Shade of Pearl. It goes like this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We skip the light fandango, turn cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick, but the crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. When we called out for another drink, and the winter brought it straight. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned a whiter shade of pale. Dun, 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 dun. She said there is no reason, and the truth is plain to see. But I wandered through my playing card, and I would not let her be one of 16 Vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open, they might just as well been closed. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned the whiter shade of pale, turned the whiter shades of pale. Oh, why this song always reminds me of like what is coming for the past, the present, and the future are really coming together, and it's always in the moment of now. Within each now, there is all kinds of new possibility, and the present, the eternal present, and evolution. And it will be in the now. It will be when we completely align with these higher energies. But it's always available on the vertical axis. Just breathe and relax. So the observer of the day is meeting, encountering for this like this coming together. It's going to be wonderful, new energies that are coming, new people, and the highest wisdom is well-being. What we need to understand is the intuition, to listen to our intuition. What we need to do is assess the cheminement. It's an assess. It's a process. It's a program, and the outcome will be overcoming adversity, and then they will, because then once we have overcome the adversity, it's like turning caterpillars into butterfly, yeah? And then there is a shift, departing. So there is a great brand new life that is ahead of us. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you very much and wish you a wonderful day. Adonai.